This is my logbook for Friday, 7th of Feb, week 3. So the aims today were to get Wednesday done, devising, to do a run-through of all of what we have done. That's the aims. My target for today is to work with the rest of my group to complete devising of Scene 3. To be able to do this in the time given, all of us actors need to be resilient in the face of a challenge, and we need to be quiet and listening at all times, except from when we are sharing our creative ideas. One skill from the skills audit that I want to improve on, at least 1 point. Want to improve on, but at least 1 point, because I need to improve it so I can know all the directions for the devising and not to get confused. That target was the right target. It wasn't that good. One reason why it wasn't that good is because I never actually say what skill I want to improve. But I did work well in that day, and I got quite a bit of work done because we were with Ollie. A goal that I'm hoping to achieve in accordance with my production schedule is we need to do a production meeting so that we can see everything that has been done and what hasn't been done yet, and then we can find out who needs to do what and tell them to do it. Target that I set myself towards personal development of my skills. The one thing I need to do is focus on making my facial expressions and movements clearer and consistent, even when the main focus is not on me, so emotion is always shown. So even if I'm not speaking or I'm not actually supposed to be properly moving or anything, I'll have to stay in character and show my facial expressions, and as we've said multiple times, react to everything. Everything needs to have a reaction. Today, one activity that we did to help towards our performance is we did a quiz. So we got questions asked about different styles, different playwrights, different production skills, about our piece. For example, the piece name, or what three things we're doing. So production skills and context, performance skills and context, preparation for specialist study. And we also did a maths problem solving, which helped keep our brains going, and also having helping us with our maths and seeing where we are at it with it, where we are at maths with it. Yeah, sure. These two things helped us because they aren't normal things that we do, so it helped us when we're trying something new, and help us because some of us haven't done maths or English for a long while. One of my ideas was in scene 3, when Deborah is aiming down the sights at Yaffa, was that all the people around Deborah to go down on different levels. So one person really high, one person on their knees, and then Deborah the lowest. And so it just makes a cool little picture, and it adds levels, and that is quite effective. I helped solve the problem with cues by making a clear one, which was when we get into a cluster, we have to wait until Arlene gets into the cluster before we put our books up. Before, we didn't really have a cue, and people just put their books up when they got there, but it's more strong and more effective when everyone puts the books up at the same time, and I realised a cue which was perfect for it. We did 2 warm-ups that were good activities which I found helpful. We did 2 warm-ups. We did Samurai and Whiskey Mixer and Wax Mask. These 2 things, Whiskey Mixer and Wax Mask, is a fun little game which helps us work, not really as a team, but helps us try and keep focus and not laugh or break character, which is our own selves. Samurai is a focus game with timing and speed, and so you have to keep focused on going until someone breaks. These helped us be engaged when trying to perform, because it also helps with teamwork, and that helps us perform because the entire piece is about teamwork, and we need to keep good in a team so that we can get lots of stuff done. Today I did not find any activities unhelpful, because most of the things we do, Ollie tells us to do, and he's quite good at giving us some proper stuff instead of some bad activities which don't actually help us. I did some research on borders and how they look, and what the soldiers are like, and how it feels in that area, and how dangerous they can be, so that I can understand what it's like, and what it's like being a gunman, aiming down sights on people as they are slowly walking towards you, and you think they're terrorists. Next week, I need to work with the people who are not going to London to try and get as much work done as possible, and work with what we have, which will, to be honest, not be a lot.